Today's episode is a conversation that Alan and I never agreed on, could never agree on. We were on opposite sides of the coin, opposite side of the spectrum. Today, I think we actually freaking agree.
What comes first, self-belief or deeper understanding? We're not sure.
Next Level Nation, today for episode number 2261. What comes first? Awareness or belief? All right. You wanted to do this episode, I think?
Yeah.
Why?
Because last night I was having an existential crisis. I couldn't sleep. And as a young lad, I had many heroes and people I looked up to, and I was always looking for inspiring people who accomplished great things in the world, and that was what got me through some of the tough times. And now I'm realizing I can no longer pull, I can no longer do that the same way I used to, because I have to grow the fuck up. No, but I'm a grown man now, and from a 37-year-old lens, a lot of the people that as a kid I saw were alarmingly not character-driven human beings, particularly men. So always looking for a male role model, didn't have a dad. Here we are. I'm going to be the male role model. That's what we're doing. But the reason we're doing this episode is because I was journaling last night while listening to books, because when I can't sleep, that's what I do. And I have this huge sort of growth loop and ignorance loop, success loop, doom loop. If you're an NLU listener, you know about this stuff. But the confidence conundrum, the framework that we unpacked 2 episodes ago, what comes first, awareness or self-belief? And I think we finally agree after 2,260 plus episodes. Kevin and I agree that awareness comes first. Now, here's the conundrum and here's the problem. You're not going to seek awareness unless you have a goal, and you're not going to have a goal unless you have belief. So awareness almost has to kind of hit you without you intentionally getting it in a way, which is probably why I'm always force-feeding awareness unconsciously, because if Kevin actually knew, so everything we've accomplished, I always knew was possible, genuinely, you found it hard to believe in the beginning.
Still.
Okay.
Some things, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so what if I just had higher awareness? And this is what I always do with clients, and I'm going to do this with everybody. I was with a client. This had to be a couple years ago now. Yeah. The client's probably listening up. Shout out to you. I said, okay, how certain are you, 0 to 10, that you can get Subway for dinner tonight? She says, 10 out of 10. I say, awesome. Awesome. Your brain did a calculation. I know I have a credit card. I know it will work. I know there's a Subway sandwich shop 5 minutes away. I know my car will work. I know that I know how to drive. I know there are roads. I know that they're open. I know. It's a calculation. I am certain I can get Subway for dinner. Awesome. The same thing is true when I say, how certain are you from 0 to 10 that you can be a successful podcaster? It's the exact same calculation, but you just don't know the pieces. And I said this to her, and this is the kicker. I said, okay, 0 to 10, how certain are you can get Subway for dinner tonight in the next 15 minutes and finish the sub? She's like, 0 out of 10. I said, I know how to build $1 million business, multi-million-dollar business, but I can't do it next year. Just like you can't get Subway in the next 15 minutes. It's an actual equation. Success is an actual equation. When we're 2 years old, we don't have any self-belief because we don't know anything. If you knew exactly how to build a phone and exactly how to build a company and exactly how to market it and exactly the distribution channels and exactly manufacturing and the more you know, knowledge is actually power. It's potential power because some people don't use it. But the truth is, knowledge and belief are absolutely connected. It's very hard to know what is possible for you and then to sit on the couch eating Cheetos. It's very hard. And the more belief you have, Kev, the harder it would be to kind of squander your dreams.
That still doesn't land for me.
Ready?
Yeah.
let's take away. So 0 to 10, how certain are you can be a successful podcaster?
10.
All right. Now, this is hypothetical, so no one freak out. This is not going to happen. This is totally hypothetical. Imagine Kevin gets in a golfing accident and someone hits a golf ball into his head and he somehow gets concussed and he doesn't know anything about podcasting. He doesn't know even his own name. He no longer knows how to build a business. He forgets everything I've ever taught him. He no longer is allowed to coach with me. He no longer knows his wife's name. He no longer knows how to podcast. You take away all your knowledge. Everything you've learned over the last, coming up on 9 years in March. March of 2026 will be 9 goddamn years. The reason I'm saying goddamn is because Kev's like, well, technically it's 8.5. Listen, I'm rounding up. The point is, everything you've learned in the last 9 years about podcasting success, business, the global marketplace, all of it, branding, marketing, sales, client delivery, all this stuff, gone. All gone. Mm-hmm. How much do you believe now, 0 to 10, you can be a successful podcaster?
0.
That's my point. And I know that knowledge is the answer, but no one else seems to give a shit. And that's why I'm always trying to teach things, because you won't believe in yourself if you don't actually see what I see.
I think, permission to call you out publicly?
Of
gently?
Course.
I think you try to give too much knowledge too quick.
Agreed. 100%.
Which actually hurts belief instead
100%.
of builds it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a breakthrough for me in real time.
We are in full agreement.
Too much is... Yeah, because there's a difference between saying like, geez, if you've never mowed the lawn before, you're like, okay, this is how you start the lawnmower. You're gonna make sure there's gas in there, blah, blah, blah. Don't say to somebody like, okay, so when I want you to make a fucking star in the middle of the lawn, okay? And the only way to do that is to go like back and forth, and you have to go at like a 45-degree angle, but you have to like tilt the mower a little bit too, so it's only on 2. Not a chance. Not a chance. There's no way. There's too many.
Called dorsal collapse. There's 3 states: ventral vagal, sympathetic, and then dorsal collapse. Dorsal collapse is fight or flight. And basically what I do is I overwhelm people unintentionally, and then they go past their trauma window intellectually, cognitively, and then they do dorsal collapse, and then they just nod and pretend to hear what I'm saying. Okay. He's doing it right now.
No, but I have a client who we've had that conversation, and I was like, just tell me a story. And I'll tell you when you fucking lose me. Nice. And we're like a minute and a half in, and I was like, I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. Like, what are we doing? I'm lost. I'm gone completely.
Oh, no.
So, yes. Yeah. So I understand. But that's, even that explanation, maybe too much. It could be too much. I don't know.
You know what's true? For me, it wouldn't be too much.
Yes, yeah, that is true.
But my attention span is like really strong, apparently. Like, I can focus on something for a very long period of time without being distracted. And I think that statistically our attention span is much worse than ever before in history. That's why TikTok and all this stuff. I think that's part of the problem, is life is not that simple.
No.
If you want to build a business, I need a year or two to teach you even the basics.
Even the Subway example is, you've probably gone to Subway with your parents before, so you know. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, you've been driving a car for years. It's the compound effect.
Yeah. If you were 7 and I said, hey, how certain are you can get Subway for dinner tonight? You'd have to get crafty. Well, hey, Mom. Hey, Dad.
Mom, what do we think?
Yeah, what do we think? But I think that's the same. It's the exact same principle.
Yes.
So explain it. That's why you got to explain it, because everyone shuts off with me.
But a business is different. No, it has so many more steps and skills. I grew up.
It's the same principle.
I grew up on Seagrave Street, baby, Uxbridge, Massachusetts.
Love it.
There was a Subway on Main Street, baby, Uxbridge, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
5-minute walk.
Brother, real quick. Same principle, though.
Yeah. But more complicated. More
I would
nuanced.
say there's much more distinctions.
Yeah.
There's much more distinctions. And to provide context of what a distinction is this a blue pen, or is this a blue ballpoint pen from the 1990s that's a gel pen that also has a gel grip?
Yeah.
Right? And the more distinctions you have, the more effective you can be in a given arena. And they've done a lot of research on that. It's one of the reasons, and Kevin and I playfully joke, it's like, there are people who actually think we're the same. Oh, that's going to sound so bad. Oh my God. There's probably people who think we're equal intelligence.
If you're watching or listening, we're not. I'm more intelligent.
I just have to lean into who I am. I remember when one of my clients said that, they know us both. I remember being like, no.
I respect it.
But the truth is, maybe, I mean, would a 7-year-old really know?
No.
And would a 20-year-old?
No.
Okay, would a 30-year-old?
I don't think the age matters as much as the awareness does.
Well, of course. But obviously awareness grows over age.
Not always. It's supposed to.
It should.
Yeah, it's supposed to. It doesn't always.
Yeah, that's fair.
I wasn't super aware as a 28-year-old man, 27-year-old man, so I don't,
That's fair.
But I don't know. I think that it depends. It depends on the person.
Okay, good.
I was going to say, to your point, nothing will really happen unless there is a destination.
But there won't be a destination unless there is deeper understanding first.
I don't know. That's where you and I differ. It's good. It's good.
Okay.
This all started for me.
You can't have belief in something until you first understand how to do it. I think this is why people get so hoodwinked online.
Let me fuck you up with the truth.
They make it sound easier than it is, so you believe in it. Yeah. And then you realize later, after paying 10 grand, playfully, that, oh, this is not that easy. And then you quit. I mean, one of the reasons I think I've coached so many people over the years, and I'm so grateful, I have tons of clients, so I'm very successful in that. But I mean, the amount of clients I've had that have left, I think they realized that what they want is going to take such a bigger equation than they ever could have fathomed. So they're like, oh, screw this. Yeah.
I understand.
Because they were probably sold a lie that they could build a business easily or whatever.
Well, because when somebody comes to you and says, this is what I want, and you say, cool, this is the A plus B plus C equals D plan. There you go. And they're like, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, no, it is. But that's what you said you wanted. If you've never gotten that information before, you most likely are blissfully ignorant. I didn't think I could be the next biggest podcast in the world. I just thought it would be cool to. I didn't think I could. It wasn't like my...
Is that what you meant by the destination?
Yeah. So this is how it worked for me, okay? I'll never forget this. Is for as long as I live. I was in bed watching Joe Rogan. Please do not associate... I can't stand Joe Rogan anymore, but please don't associate me with him.
Yeah, don't associate us with him.
Anybody. Don't associate with anybody. You can associate me with Alan and Emilia and Evolve Ventures and my wife. And our amazing team. Outside of that, I don't know. Just don't. We're going to use people as examples, but I'm not friends with any of them. Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
All good.
I was watching a podcast. It was him and Duncan Trussell, and they were talking about life, and it was philosophical. And for the first time ever, I was like, holy shit, this makes sense. This makes sense.
What makes sense?
Most of us just live a life of just going through the motions every day. And I was like, that's me. I'm going through the motions every day. Whoa, wait, what? And then it was like, they're saying there's another way? Interesting. Then you said, hey, I want to interview you on my podcast. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. You kept putting it off. I kept pinging you. Hey, dude, when are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? We ended up doing it. That created a new destination. I'm going to start a podcast. Okay. And then from there, I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to do it. So I don't think it's necessarily, I think there has to be some level of desire.
To believe. Yes, there has to be a desire. Yeah.
I think sometimes desire can outweigh belief in the short run.
I think your belief was there, but it was based on not knowing how hard it would actually be.
Let me ask you a question. You ever seen you're not going to say no. You ever seen somebody jump in the water to save somebody even though they can't swim?
No.
Desire can outweigh belief.
They had to have, on some level, believed that they could swim.
I don't know if they believe that they could swim. I think they believe they could save the other person.
Which requires swimming.
Not necessarily. It requires helping that person. They might have died doing it.
But they didn't. right?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't have a specific example, but
Yeah. We got to jump, but this is good. This is really good. You're telling me that desire, temporarily, the emotion of desire, can override logic.
You know how many things I do that I don't, like I say yes to that I don't know how to do?
But you do believe you can do them. You believe that it's figure-outable.
Not always. I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't do it if there wasn't
of something you didn't think was figure-outable.
Maybe it's not that it's not a yes or no. It's just like it's like this is going to be a real giant pain in the ass to figure out. But I wouldn't do it if the desire wasn't high enough. So maybe it's not connected.
Desire does need to be there, though. Because
I think it starts.
Maybe this is why knowledge isn't power. Because you can know how to do it, but not want to do it.
That's fair.
But if you have the awareness, knowledge, and the desire, you're going to have the belief.
I went through a really rough breakup. I felt like a fucking loser. I couldn't afford to pay my bills. I had an eating disorder after my bodybuilding show. I was down in the fucking dumps. And then I was like, I'm going to make the most money I've ever made in my entire life. And I'm going to be successful. And I'm going to be balling and I'm going to crush it. And then like it was either during that process or after, I saw that podcast episode and I was ready. Like something had unlocked in me and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I had a different desire. I don't want to do this anymore. Like I want to do something different.
There's something in the Aura Ring that Kevin and I use that's called readiness score. Evolve Ventures has a readiness score digital asset. I do agree that there is, like, your readiness score on Aura right now mine's low. What's yours? Like probably 70 or something?
No, how dare you? First of all, you son of a bitch.
Then I gotta get out of here.
My readiness score is going to hurt your parents' feelings. It's 85.
That's really good. Okay, very good. Mine is bad because I couldn't sleep last night. We talked about it. 54. So in what Aura is trying to say, based on your heart rate variability, your resting heart rate, your body temperature, your recovery index, and your sleep balance, and all these different metrics, based on all these metrics, you probably shouldn't go try to tackle a really intense workout. You should probably rest and recover. I want to create, and I'm going to consult with Emilia on this, something that indicates whether or not someone is actually likely to take action, which, by the way, how good of a sales tool would that be? Not to sell people things they don't need. That's not what I'm saying. But to actually be like, hey, you actually are ready to start a company. Like, you're ready to start a company. And let's do this. I can help you do it. And I can help you. I can shave years of frustration off your life, starting and growing and scaling a company. So,
and on the other end, hey, trust me, this ain't for you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's as powerful, if not more. Like,
agreed.
Please don't dedicate the next 5 years. This is
green,
just
yellow,
not
red. I want to create green, yellow, red.
I love it.
Green light means go. Red means do not be a business owner under any circumstances, and that's totally okay.
I love it. All right, if you are a business owner, you're looking for a world-class coach, I know you're thinking, Kev, well, we would love to coach with you. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Alan, the first best business coach in the world. I might be like, I don't know, I'm probably like 12th maybe. I'm probably not even in the top 10. Alan is number one in my book, and I know I'm making jokes, but again, the dude knows how to do it. That's how we've got here, as much as I'd like to take credit for all this, and I would if Alan wasn't here. Alan is the reason we've gotten here, so let me throw that out there. Yeah, reach out to Alan for business coaching. If you're trying to grow a business, you need someone who has done it, and Alan can help you with that for sure. If you're a podcaster who's looking for help, reach out to me. I got you. I do this all the time. This is my favorite work in the world to do, so please do not hesitate to reach out. All of our stuff will be in the show notes. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you, and if you are as committed as you say you are to getting to the next level, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we will be here every single day to help you get there.
Keep reaching for your full potential. Next Level Nation.